Hi there, I'm Jenna Allin, and I'm here to tell you about a transformational work that I offer called Mindful Healing. I'll tell you here about what mindful healing is, how it works, and why it's so transformational. I came to develop a technique called mindfulness-based emotional clearing and trauma recovery through my own trauma recovery and healing journey from sexual abuse. As an early childhood trauma survivor, I found myself stuck in illness, grappling with physical ailments that no one could explain, mental illness symptoms, and trapped in a life that I didn't feel was anything like the one I wanted to manifest. I was trying to constantly escape life through addictions to alcohol every weekend, pot every day, and TV and shopping and all kinds of different things. I received my own emotional clearing sessions from a mentor of mine to resolve some of the traumas of the past that my mind was still holding on to, and it changed my life. And so did learning about the law of attraction and how my trauma history was causing me to create and manifest the life that I did not want for myself. It was causing me to manifest illness, self-sabotage, poverty, lack, and drama. Finding emotional clearing, the law of attraction teachings, and creating a regular, consistent mindfulness practice helped to turn my whole life around. I found new levels of joy and happiness that I'd never known were even possible. I developed a new relationship with myself and began working to manifest the things in my life that I wanted rather than attracting into my life the people, relationships, difficulties, and suffering that I'd been used to all my life. It absolutely was not an overnight process and still continues today. And many of aspects of my life are still in transition, but the power of the combination of these things has turned everything around for me, and I'm happier, more energized, more fulfilled, and healthier than I've ever been, completely 100% addiction free. Well, maybe like sweets and food. I love my sweets. But also 100% mental illness symptom free. Completely, absolutely no mental illness symptoms at all. I have improved my quality of life living with autoimmune disease by 80%. I used to be stuck in bed all day, every day, and had migraines and all kinds of things at one point for a period of time. Just before that emotional clearing process, I was really, really sick. And I'm not anymore. I'm never laying in bed all day. I am going and doing and functioning very highly in my life. And everything has changed for me. How I take care of myself, the friends that I attract, the relationships I developed, the jobs that I find. And I am super excited to be able to offer what's been transformed or what has transformed my life to other people and help them realize their personal potential. In these private transformational sessions, I use a method called mindfulness-based emotional clearing and trauma recovery. And it's not only for trauma survivors either, it's for all of us who are stuck. These sessions are one-on-one private healing sessions for getting unstuck from healthy or sabotaging patterns in your life, and also altering how and what you're manifesting in order to better align with the life that you want to create for yourself. These sessions can be done by phone or in person and include email and text coaching for 14 days following each session. So at any point, you're welcome to text or email me and check in and share your progress or ask questions about the things that we uncovered and what's coming up for you now and how to apply what we've learned in different scenarios or situations. So I'll tell you what's included in each session so that you know the value of what you're receiving when you embark on this healing journey. First of all, you get me as your partner in healing. I am right here with you, holding your hand, encouraging you as you learn to empower yourself and to take control of aspects of your life that you never thought you'd had control of before. And also learning how to surrender in ways that actually bring more of what you want into your life. And we'll talk about what's included in each transformational session. I, again, am your accountability partner. I don't leave you hanging. I don't say, hey, here's some ideas, go make that happen by yourself, right? No, that is not the way it works here. You get me as your guide, your support the whole way through to making the changes that you need help making in your life. We use gentle guided imagery of relaxing scenery. We dialogue with the subconscious mind to uncover the blocks that it's holding on to that are causing suffering in your life. We work to repattern those old belief systems that are holding you back. And we use empowering imagery for healing and recovery. The subconscious mind, it speaks in images and colors. And when we speak to it properly, we can command the subconscious mind to manifest and attract and create new and different things that we never thought we were capable of. We are working in collaboration with the deep inner psyche, the spirit of, by using these updated affirmations and intentions that we develop in the session, and then you get to take those home and work with them on your own. And we always walk away with an action plan for retraining any old habits and for manifesting success in this specific area of your life. You also get follow-up email coaching for 14 days where it's open season. You can ask me anything and I'm there for you to respond and hold your hand all the way through. You get 14 days of text coaching for inspiration and commitment to your changes and accountability. More and more, science is proving that, or with the study of epigenetics and quantum research, that we have more control over what we're manifesting in our lives than what was thought before. The types of people we come into contact with, for example, the illnesses that we have, any lack of success or progress or feeling stuck, those things are a mirror for what's going on inside of our minds and our deep, deep inner psyche, and a reflection for how connected we are with ourselves. Our outer world around us shows us how much or how little we're opening our heart and allowing our true selves to shine. So if you're stuck in unhealthy relationship patterns, if you're experiencing symptoms of mental illness like anxiety, depression, addiction, or anger like I was, if you're experiencing chronic pain or debilitating illness like I was, please know that the power of your mind, it can be harnessed to transform your life. And mindful healing sessions are one way of doing exactly that. I've been working deep in the subconscious mind since 2010, and I've been able to see that the subconscious mind is holding on to belief systems that are stalling and blocking progress, health, and even wealth from entering our lives. Bruce Lipton says, we can control our lives by controlling our perceptions. He also says, what quantum physics teaches us is that everything we thought was physical is not physical. These things are energetic. Our illnesses manifest as a physical representation of the energy that's beneath the surface. The drama in our relationships, the toxic work environments, the lack of money in our bank account, they're all manifestations of energy that is stuck or stalled in our deep inner belief systems. And they can be rewritten, they can be healed. When we delve in and we create a new relationship and we dialogue with the subconscious mind using empowered imagery, intention, and affirmation, we can rewrite those faulty belief systems that have been holding us back from manifesting our best life. An example would be someone who maybe grows up surrounded by illness and concludes that the only way to receive loving care and attention is to be ill and develop chronic illness, for example. But they simply need to repattern the series of beliefs about being worthy of love and care, develop a plan for showing themselves the love that's missing, and have someone to support them in creating new habits and patterns for cultivating that type of care of themselves. And they'll begin manifesting an entirely different story of their lives, uninhibited by symptoms and lack and disorder and disease. In my first emotional clearing session, I remember it feeling like 10 psychotherapy sessions in one. And I'd been to a lot of psychotherapy sessions prior to that. So, so much is possible when we connect deeply with this part of our minds, like we do in mindful healing. All that we are is a result of what we've thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become, says the Buddha. A few other examples. I had a client who was experiencing arthritic knee pain in her knee, and she had come for a session wanting to work on this pain in her knee and find out maybe any spiritual or psychosomatic reasons of why she had developed this pain. And we delved in to the subconscious mind, and we found a memory from her being 4 or 5 years old and having fallen off of her bike. And when she fell, she scraped her knee pretty badly, and it was dripping blood down her leg as she searched around her for help. And no one was there. She had to walk several flights of stairs up to her apartment, crying, and all the while saying to herself over and over again, no one is here for me. No one is here to support and care for me. Her little brain at 4 or 5 wasn't able to put words to that, but we were as we looked back at this memory in our session. And we didn't spend much time looking at the memory itself, but we spent a fair amount of time looking at the belief systems that surrounded that moment in her life and how they were a whole lot like so many other instances in her life that she had experienced, where she had been telling herself the same thing over and over again. So we got in touch with the subconscious mind, and we allowed it to let go of this old story, and we requested and we commanded that the subconscious mind come into the present moment fully. And when she came out of the meditative or imagery part of the session, she was able to do something she hadn't been able to do in a long time. She got up and took the stairs in her house without pain for the first time in a very long time. She had been sleeping on her couch some nights because she was unable to make it up the stairs to her bedroom. So this was a massive triumph for her. I have worked with clients who weren't being successful in their business. One client in particular was had a dog walking business, and she was wanting to be more successful. She found that she had anxiety when she was networking and just struggling to get her business up and running and get the name of her business out there and all of that. And we uncovered memories of her feeling like she was being told by her mother that she was a bad girl over and over again. And she had made the decision to shrink herself, to be small, sit quietly, not make waves, not express the fullness of who she was, because she would be told that she was bad for doing so. And her subconscious mind had been carrying those stories with her all of her life to her current situation in her job. And so when it was time for her to go and interact with other people, these subconscious belief systems of being a bad, unworthy person were nagging at her, and she just wasn't able to interact in a way that felt like it was flowing or felt good to her. If we have subconscious belief systems that are telling us that we're unworthy of people's attention and time and care, we're going to subconsciously sabotage ourselves when we're trying to put ourselves out there in a situation like this, like networking or even just making friends or whatever it is. This woman, directly after our session, experienced a huge transformational change in her life. She said that right away at the networking meetings, even walking down the street, people were different to her. People who had never waved at her before, who she'd passed by on the street a number of times, waved at her as she walked by. People at networking meetings started coming up to her and shaking her hand and introducing themselves. And it was just this energy. She was carrying herself in a new and a different way. We have no idea how these subconscious belief systems are stopping us from manifesting our best selves or attracting to us the experiences, situations, people, and circumstances that we need and desire to take us to the next level in our lives. And it's really, really amazing what we can shift when we get in there and we take care of this. So, what is mindfulness-based emotional clearing? Mindful healing sessions uses mindfulness-based emotional clearing as a trauma recovery and emotional clearing technique. It's a method for repatterning the subconscious belief systems, the subconscious BS that holds us back from manifesting our fullest potentials. It's a way of tapping into the infinite resources of health and well-being, abundance and prosperity that are lying dormant within us, that can alter and change our lives for the better. It's a way of tapping into this infinite resource. It connects us with the subconscious reasons for sabotage and illness, helps us to develop new relationships with ourselves, with spirit, and that creative force of the universe. You know what I'm talking about here, the powers that create entire planets and solar systems and galaxies. The force that is making your heart beat and your lungs breathe right now, this force is you, and it's accessible to you. We just need to learn how to tap into it, how to tune in and turn on that switch that puts you in touch with your intuitive guidance, your inner healer, and your ability to create and manifest health, happiness, joy, success, and fulfilling relationships. So in summary, mindful healing is a belief system repatterning technique for developing a new perspective or a lens through which to see the world, developing a new relationship with ourselves, and getting rid of all types of situations and sabotage that we no longer want to have in our lives, and bringing that healing and transformation to all areas of our life. Reach out and connect with me. Start your journey toward manifesting your best life now. You can find me on my podcast, Soul Sex with Jenna Allin. Right now it's in iTunes. It will be coming to YouTube and Google Play, hopefully soon. It's not about physical sex, but it's about deep intimacy with your soul, removing blockages, opening to receiving, being open and raw, and living a life of orgasmic proportions. You can stop by my website or my Facebook page, catch me on Instagram, reach me any of these different ways. My phone number's there. And, stop giving into the ego part of you who holds you back and stuck in those familiar, quote unquote, safe patterns of sabotage because it's comfy there, or believes healing's not possible, or tells you the world needs to be this way. It doesn't, and healing and transformation are available to you, and you deserve them. The universe can only give you the resources you give to yourself. So spend time getting to know you. Put in effort to heal. Spend energy and effort on the things that farther you, and you will find in turn that the universe will respond with more care, loving attentiveness, health, abundance, and success than you ever imagined possible. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Jenna Allin, and this is Mindful Healing.